is severe. Now, when I was studying in college, we had a nice OPD where orthopedic surgeon, the rheumatologist, and homeopath used to sit together. And acute pains where the pain is unbearable, yes, NSAIDs and all these DMARDs, disease-modifying drugs were given. But as the patient came into remission, with the maintenance dose of homeopathy, the patient was in remission for a long time. So, what point I want to say here is that what today's patients require is a multi-pronged approach or medical science where, you can't establish a hegemony of one system or the other, that this is better, this is better. I think every system has its own charm, own positivities, own limitations. Rheumatic pains, yes, I would say here that homeopathy has a lot to offer. A huge chunk of patients are better today. Their pains are better. They go in a greater remission period. Post-fracture, we give something called as Symphytum and Calcarea Flor. Now, there have been enough evidences and clinical-based research done that any fracture, you give Symphytum 30 or 200 along with Calcarea Flor, the healing of fractures takes place earlier. The GI tract, well, again, a great scope. We have these common complaints like aphthous ulcers. In Gujarati, we call it chanda padi jai che, modama. Okay? Ton yena, muh aata hai. Mouth has come. We don't say that. Some things you can't translate literally in English. So for such states, along with folic acid, along with good diet, good medicines like boric acid, borax, all these are important remedies. In fact, in children also, Ethusa, these drugs produce wonders, and all these ulcers in the mouth, the aphthous states, goes away. IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, today forms a major chunk of all GI tract consultations. What is IBS? These people are anxious people. Anxiety. And they think a lot. They don't get good sleep. They are sort of neurotics. They sweat a lot. They eat less or eat more. And they are constantly bothered about their own health. Mujhe kya hoga? They visit all the doctors. And I tell you here that most of the doctors have such patients. And doctors are doing so well today thanks to all these IBS and neurotic patients. But homeopathy has a good role in all these cases. We have drugs like Argentum, which fits the personality of the IBS patient. The Arsenicum album, who has a personality of constant worrying, health. Mera kya hoga, mere family ka kya hoga, mujhe cancer nahi hai na. He comes to the clinic all the time and says, mujhe cancer nahi hai na. Mere dost ko aisa tha, usko cancer nikla, mere ko nahi hai na. Aap scan nikaliye, you get my all scans done. And then we try to calm him, we give this drug, and these things are sorted out. Now, IBS sometimes has diarrhea, sometimes has constipation, or there are some form of IBS where a person passes blood as well. So overall, we can manage these cases well. Well, they do require some consultant's opinion as well. We do scopy in guidance with the gastroenterologist. Acidity, which we call as GERD, gastrointestinal reflux disorders. There are many reasons which can cause GERD, but we can take care of these illnesses very well, like Nux vomica, Robinia, lachesis, phosphorus, bismuth, lot of drugs for acidity. But then we tell a patient, please don't eat spicy, please don't sleep immediately after eating. Why don't you walk a bit after eating? Why don't you eat a bit every 2 hours rather than binging after every 6 hours? So no pathy can work till the maintenance cause is removed. Okay, so I feel more importantly, whether it's allopathy, homeopathy or whatever, sympathy and diet is the most important pathy. Skin. Skin again has a link with the mind. You see, people who are very happy, people who are cheerful, don't normally get these skin states. People who think a lot, have that, type A type of personality, who are very charged up all the time. And also people who are negative in thinking. Pessimistic people get a lot of skin diseases. There is a direct link. So any skin patients, first I would like to send them to counselors or like to counsel them in their own way. I'm not trained, so let the trained person do it well. And these issues are taken care of by mere counseling as well. But in homeopathy, we have good drugs for eczemas, psoriasis. I would not like to use the word cure, because, cure word is very unscientific. Today, let us talk about manage. We can manage. How can some doctor say that we can cure psoriasis? It's not so easy. He'll get a Nobel Prize if he says that, and if it's true. But well, you can manage it, and overall the itching is reduced. You've got beautiful drugs like Ars Iode, where the itching comes down drastically. The lesion, the black skin reduces drastically. Okay, the bleeding, the Cobner's phenomena, which we see in psoriasis, comes down. But it takes time. It takes a lot of patience. It's a multidisciplinary approach. We need a counselor with us, and the constitutional medicine is the best. That's why we homeopaths take case history for 1 and 1.5 hours. Some people say कि तुम पूरी कुंडली पूछते हो, but that is important for us. Urticarias are the allergic states where a person, after eating something or even not touching something, gets a swollen arm or a itch. There are wheals and vesicle formation taking place. The पूरा हाथ लाल हो जाता है. And there are cases where people have been on anti-allergics for years together, and under homeopathic treatment, they really get better. I wouldn't say cured here, they get better after few days of medications. So urticaria is one of the areas where homeopathy really stands tall. Acne, young girls, young boys from schools and colleges come to us. They all want to look like Shah Rukh Khan and Kareena Kapoor. And they come, you take whatever money, but you treat us well. How much time will it take? That's the first question the school and college girls and boys ask. I say, well, if you give proper time to yourself, if you drink good water, if you stop eating outside every day, if you reduce your parties, if you go to the gym, and take a bit of our medications, yes, you will get good results in 2 months. So this acne problem is to do with the age. Adolescents, they have all the hormones in them up. But here also, diet and regimen, exercise, watching less of TV, reading more of books will help more than anything else with a push of our medicine. Warts and cons, it's one of the mainstays of homeopathic treatment. We all know, and even my allopathic fraternity friend know that thuja, when you apply on the wart has to leave. And it's a sort of a miraculous homeopathic drug called as thuja. Okay, but again I'm warning you and requesting you that there is nothing called as XYZ drug for this in homeopathy, because it is highly individualistic. I may require thuja, this gentleman may require nitric acid, this gentleman may feel better with graphitis, this gentleman may feel better with calcarea carb. So with homeopathy, it depends upon where the lesion is, how the lesion is, when has a lesion come. Okay, so I always tell my students and friends that Rudyard Kipling's he used to say, I got 5 servants. What, why, when, how, and where. So these questions must be asked all the time in homeopathy. Acute infections, prostatic hypertrophy, but again to a certain extent, if it's beyond 50 milligram, then we advise a surgery and removal of the prostate, because it's going to block the flow. Urinary calculi again is one area where homeopathy is of immense aid. It's a two-pronged approach. One is the acute pain which a patient, this is the type of pain which comes. Oh, it's really agonizing if you have experienced it. And in such cases, we get good treatment from Macphos and also belladonna, Collinsonia. All these drugs are very good. We get a lot of children who come with bedwetting and enuresis. Again, a great treatment with homeopathic medicine. This gentleman asked me about autoimmune states, and I would like to say that autoimmune states is a condition ultimately of the constitution. So what we do in such state is that we give a constitutional medicine and have strict parameters of follow-up, and we have seen that the remedy does work well. And today, a lot of things fall under autoimmune. Even rheumatism or RA is autoimmune. Even SLE is autoimmune. So these cases are well managed, but again with hard and strict parameters, and where required, allopathic medicine should be given, and they are given. So friends, to sum up, homeopathy has a lot of scope, but lot of limitations as well, as everything has. You can't expect Sachin to play like Nadal, can you? You can't. Yeah? And can you expect some brisk runner to play kabaddi here? You can't. So everything has its own scope, limitations, and the beauty is in limitations and how you use the limitations and how you use the scope. But overall, it's a beautiful science. So let us, say that the glass is half full and not half empty. Thank you. I'm open for questions. Please, sure. Well, very good question. Very good question. Now today, as I said, insomnia again is a state of a psychosomatic illness, sort of, where one must go through a series of counseling sessions as well. One has to know what is the cause of insomnia. Number two, you have to also rule out whether your insomnia is purely because of sleep or there is some sleep disorder. Is there any sleep apnea? So, first of all, let us try to rule out whether there is some respiratory cause of your apnea or some neurogenic cause of your apnea. If not, then yes, we can treat. There is a good amount of scope in homeopathy for this. Yeah.
What should I do? Should I go for counseling
First go to a good doctor who will tell you exactly what is the problem.
Doctor means homeopath or allopathy?
Anyone, good doctor, physician is a physician. Anybody. So what is the problem? Let us first come to the diagnosis. And once diagnosed, then the advice can be done. But broadly speaking, we do have a good treatment of insomnia. Some difficult questions, कुछ ले लो यार, exam ले लो, मजा आएगा.
In case of headache, what immediate help can you give?
Very good. Immediate in the sense, as less as 10 minutes, you can have relief. Even if you have headache, there's something called as the Midas score. Midas is Migraine Disability Score, MIDAS. So you are having a headache, but you cannot focus on your work. You are having a headache, but you just cannot do, I just want to sleep, I just want everything dark and sleep. That is severe. But we can reach a certain stage where you have headache, it's troubling me, but not to such an extent it is hampering my present state. Not to such an extent that I can't do my work or focus on whatever I'm doing. But yes, the answer is, we can take an acute case in a minute and we can administer something whereby you will feel better in a matter of few minutes. Yeah. Any drug of choice. It may be natramure, it may be belladonna, it may be arsenic, it may be phosphorus, it may be argentum, it may be anacardium, it may be syphilinum, depending on how the headache is. I'll ask you a question. How did you get a headache? If he says, well, my wife really scolded me a lot, she yelled at me in the top of her voice, then I ask you, what happened? He says, I got scared. And like most of the husbands do, then I'll give you aconite. Okay? It depends upon what exactly the state is. This gentleman says, I could not sleep the whole night and that's why I'm getting headache, severe headache. Probably I'll give you Nux vomica. If this gentleman says, I had an upas, I didn't want to, but I had to have that upas and I'm getting a headache, probably I'll give you an anacardium. So with every history it will change. We don't know. We are like batsmen, we don't know what the bowler is going to bowl. Okay? Every dusra, tisra and googly we have to defend. Well, technically speaking, it is not. Because biochemic system was introduced by Schussler and it's a totally different branch and a complete branch in itself. Biochemic system is based on the cellular therapy, cellular model, whereby the disease is caused because of imbalance of certain cell sorts. So as such, homeopathy and biochemic are two different, but they go in tandem with each other.